Hello and welcome back to my channel. We're doing a not Mario games tier list. For those who have been around long enough, you might know that I did a Mario games tier list a while ago. Didn't do great. Don't really care, because I'm making another one now. Only this one's going to be games that aren't Mario games. Pretty much all of them. I almost forgot to not include one of them that I wanted to include, but I remembered. So that was like 15 seconds I had to cut out, which I just decided to just restart the recording, because it was just 15 seconds, who cares. Anyways, so I might notice that the tier list looks a bit strange. There's a big empty spot up here. That's purposeful. That's where we're putting Gary's mod. There's an extra tier now. The G tier. The Gary tier, if you will. This is for games that are just above and beyond for me. These are like peak performance games. Games that I truly hold dear to my heart. So yeah. We're gonna start with putting Gary's mod in above S tier. And we're gonna next game we're just gonna grab Fortnite here, and we're just gonna put it in F tier real quick, cause
that's the worst game I've ever even seen, played, anything. This game is not peak.
So yeah. Okay, now we can actually start the proper tier list. Now that we've gotten those two oddities out of the way. Now you might notice that there are some interesting games on this that I plan to do. We got all sorts of games. We got Steam games and Source games. We got some Lego games on the Wii. We got FNAF here. We got Splatoon. We got like old Nintendo games, mobile games, chess. Yeah, we got all sorts of things here. I didn't say it had to be video games, which is why I threw chess here, even though technically these are like the mobile versions, or online, if you count chess. Anyways, with that out of the way, let us begin tier listing just in order. Team Fortress 2. Ooh, okay. I have a lot of fond memories of this game. This game is good. Would I put it in G tier? Probably not. This would be like S tier game though. This is a solid game. Left 4 Dead 2, same thing. I'd say that's an S tier game. Not quite G tier, but it's like an S plus. Like these are both like S plus games. Same with 7 Days to Die. Honestly, these first games here are great. I love these games. I actually play them a lot too. I usually play Left 4 Dead 2 more with my friends. Same thing with Team Fortress 2. 7 Days to Die is more of an alone game for me. I tend to just play alone. For those who have played this game, my main base, I don't usually build one, I usually just steal a base that's already existing. I like to go in the fire station, whatever it's called, the fire outpost, the outpost. You guys know what I'm talking about if you've played the game, probably. Okay, Raft. I'd put this probably closer to A tier, rather than anything above that. It's an okay game. It's good. I like it. If I didn't like it, I'd be putting it in a lower tier. But it doesn't quite make it up to like 7 Days to Die or Team Fortress 2, and definitely not up to the tier of Gary's mod. No Man's Sky. Ooh. This game is a fun game, but it can get very boring quickly, I feel. At least the way I play it. I usually just run around, do stuff. I don't have an objective. The objective of the game is just to get like to the middle, like the center of the galaxy, and do that sort of stuff. I'm gonna put that in A tier. It's a fun game though. Like, I like exploring space. Like, the idea that you have an entire galaxy to explore is very fun. Teardown. We're getting into the slightly more obscure of my games, I feel. I haven't actually played Teardown in a while. Actually, that's because I beat the game and I don't have anything else to do other than play on the workshop stuff. Probably another A tier. It's good. Oh, BeamNG Drive? What was that? Did my mic pick that up? That weird jingle? What was that? Okay, anyways. BeamNG Drive, as soon as I said BeamNG Drive, it went like ding 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 ding. I don't know if you guys heard that or not. I'll have to check the recording. BeamNG Drive, S tier. In fact, of all the games in S tier, this is the closest to G tier. Simply because I love destroying cars. City Skylines. Oh, that's... I want to put it in S tier, but I also want to put it in A tier. I'm going to put it in A tier. Simply because there's so much DLC. You gotta spend so much to play the full game. And I don't really like that. I only bought like the Disasters one, I'm pretty sure. Just because I wanted to destroy cities with like tornadoes and meteors and all that. But I don't see myself spending another $200 to buy all the DLC for the game. That being said, it's not required. If it was required to buy all the DLC as well, then that would be in like a D, E tier kind of thing. But no, it's an A tier. You can still play the game, pretty fun. It's an enjoyable experience. Okay, Tabletop Simulator. I haven't really played this a lot. The idea is to play it with friends, I feel. But I only usually end up just playing it alone. And trying to like play Monopoly just by myself. Where I play as everyone, yeah. That being said, the potential is good. I'll put it in probably a B tier though. Just because I haven't really had a chance to play with friends. I'm lonely. Among Us. I can't say it with a straight face. My brain has been rotted by this game. That being said, it was always a fun game. Probably A tier. I wouldn't dream of putting it next to anything in S tier though. It would. I don't think it's that good. It's good, not that good. Oh, Project Playtime. Okay. I was one of the few people that played this game very early, so I got to experience a bunch of fun bugs. It seems like the game is more stable now. And in my opinion, it's less fun to play when it's stable. Probably in B tier. I had more fun just breaking the game and seeing what I could do with the game broken. That was fun. Oh. Changed. Yes. Honestly though, I'd put that in like S tier. I've 100% the game in one day. It's definitely a challenging game if you don't know what you're doing. But like, for example, what's his name? The black latex dragon? Not Puro. The boss. The guy that summons the crystals. I struggled on that boss a lot. But then I realized, oh, there's a pattern to how he attacks. And I'm like, oh, that's easy. And then like, I won. So like, the game, if you recognize patterns, it's pretty simple. And therefore, S tier. Supermarket Simulator. I actually like this game. It's one of the newer games I have in my library. On Steam, at least. Definitely a fun game. Kind of grindy, though. It's... I have more cashiers now and all that, so it's a bit easier to play. But I'd say probably A tier, but like a high, like higher A tier. Like, of all the games in here, oh, Supermarket Simulator is probably one of the top ones. That and No Man's Sky, I'd say. Stanley Parable? Oh, S tier. So I'm gonna use G tier. Don't worry. I do have games I'm gonna use in G tier. Stanley Parable is another one of the games I actually got recently. Kind of recently, at least. Like, in the past, like, month. And I've only seen, like, a bit of gameplay from it. And all the gameplay I've seen was always different. And I'm like, wow. I want to play this. So I decided to get it, eventually. And I enjoyed it. It was fun. There are some achievements that are going to be interesting to get, like the one we're going to play for a whole Tuesday. Yeah, okay, anyways. Okay, we're going into more of those weird, obscure games of mine. Crush, Crush, and Blush, Blush. I'm going to rate these games equally because they're pretty much the same game. S tier. I'm going to refuse to elaborate on why I put them there. If you don't know what these games are, how do I explain what they are? You know what, I'm not even going to. Just look them up. You'll see why I played them, for sure, yeah. Moving on. I don't know why I did not put these two together. why they're separated like that. Exit 8, S tier. Platform 8, I might put 1 tier below. It was fun to play Platform 8, but I liked Exit 8 more, where you had to like pick. Do you stay or do you go back? That sort of thing. Platform 8 was just like a survival thing. Can you survive this? That being said, they're both very fun, which is why I'm putting them so high. And we're also realizing that I might need to extend the S and A tiers, make them bigger, and like remove an E tier or something. One-armed robber, probably B tier, but I enjoy playing it. It's very easy once you have like a solid plan that you know works. Like I played this with my friend, obviously. I do play it alone sometimes, but I mostly play it with my friend, and we had like a perfect path. Where like one guy, I know for like I think the first store, we had like one guy go up, one guy stay on the ground floor. We snuck in. One guy has a lockpick, the other guy has a gun trained on like a guard that we know is behind the door. At a lot of resets, you get it pretty easily. Oh, here we go. Portal and Portal 2. Those are both definitely S tier games. In fact, I'm tempted to put this in G tier. No, okay, I'm gonna keep it in S tier, but this is like the highest one in S tier. Next, only to changed. Timberborn. Here's a game that maybe some of you know about. I'm trying to gauge on how popular these games are, and I have no idea. Like, I know a lot of people know about Team Fortress 2. A lot of people probably know what Portal is. How many of you know what Timberborn is? Probably not a lot of you, but maybe some of you, because I know a lot of people have played this game that get, like, hundreds of thousands of views. Me? I would probably get, like, 8 views. Anyways, it's between A and B tier. You know what, I'm gonna put it in A tier. Because I've never had an unenjoyable experience. I've always had fun playing Timberborn. Not quite S tier fun like these games, but definitely fun. So definitely A tier. Oh, Long Drive. This is another one of those goofy, funny games. This is probably closer to A tier. And not because of, like, the reason. Like the game itself is really fun. But it also, like, turns my laptop into, like, a waffle maker. It's so... It heats it up a lot. More than any other game. Which is a bit concerning. But that being said, I still love playing it, and I will continue to ignore any heat issues I might be having, because I am a terrible person. Moving on. The 2 different Minecraft editions. So, you might notice that there's a Switch icon on this Minecraft. That's just to represent all of Bedrock. So that includes the PlayStation versions, the Xbox versions, the PC version. Anything that's Bedrock, I represent in this. And this is Java edition. Java, that's our first G tier game aside from GMOD. Bedrock, yeah, that's going in like low D tier. Now I'm probably getting a lot of hate for this. Why do I like Java so much more? Mods. Simple as that. Why do I dislike Bedrock so much? Well, there's a few reasons, honestly. For starters, my Bedrock just won't update. Like, there's some glitch that happens. It's no fault of the game, I'm sure. But I just can't play the most modern version of Bedrock anymore. Which has screwed me over, because I can no longer play multiplayer worlds on that. And I had like a big world I was playing with all my friends, and yeah, I just can't anymore. The second reason is the marketplace. Are you telling me I need to pay $10 for a dream skin I can make in 5 minutes? No one should spend that much money. Even if, like, for any reason. So yeah. With all the scam stuff you basically get on the marketplace, in combination with the game just genuinely not being as fun as Java, yeah, I'm putting it in D tier. If you don't like that, well, boo-hoo, I'm putting it there. Oh, okay, here's another G tier game, Bothers You. This is a great puzzle game. I have sunk hours of my life into this game. On one puzzle sometimes. Why is my phone going off? I have the Wi-Fi turned off on this thing. Oh, it's a notification being like, hey, you need to charge your phone. No. I'm not gonna charge it. So I seem like in such a bad mood. I woke up like right before I record this video. I'm gonna try and get more happy because we're going into more fun games now. The Lego games, except for that one. Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga. It's one of the first Lego games I ever played. Where would I put this? Probably, you know what? I'm gonna put this in A tier. Because I'm trying to think about the other Lego games and how I would rate them. Lego Star Wars 3 would be S tier. It looks better. It plays better. The levels are more fun. Except for like the flying ones where you gotta like fly a vehicle. Those aren't that fun. But the rest of the game, peak. Lego Indiana Jones 1, probably also in A tier. I prefer more open world exploration for like the hubs. This game has like one main hub and it's pretty small. Well, Indiana Jones 2, you get to explore like the entire world map. Which is why I'm putting it in S tier. Lego Pirates of the Caribbean is also in S tier. Simply because I just love Pirates of the Caribbean. And these levels are also just very fun to play. And Lego Lord of the Rings is not as fun. Probably like a C tier, honestly. Like, the open world aspect, you know what? Because of the open world, I'm playing it in B tier. Simply because of how open like the world is, how fun that is. But there is one thing that I just can't let this game go. That doesn't make sense. Anyways, the point is, there's a level in this game. It's a very easy level. And I've played it like twice. Actually, no, 3 times. Yeah. And all 3 times, guess what? I get stuck. Not because it's hard. The game physically softlocks me. There's a character I specifically need to use that ends up getting pushed under the ground. And whenever I change to him, he can't move. He's just stuck under there. And I can't jump, I can't do anything. It's as if he was killed and won't respawn. So I just end up not being able to beat the level. So I restart, I spend another 10 minutes getting back to that point, and it happens again. So yeah, the game just, I don't like it because of how buggy it is. On that like last level. I don't even know if it's the last level or not. I just know that it's a big fight that happens, and I assume it's one of the last levels. But yeah, anyways. B tier. Ooh, okay. Some racing games. Driver. Specifically, San Francisco. Driver San Francisco. I'm gonna put that in S tier. And I might actually move Bedrock up to C tier just so I can get rid of D and E tier. So I can increase the size of S and A tier. So let me do that real quick. There we go. Okay. Where was I? Right, I was talking about Driver. This game was a lot of fun. I played it when I wasn't supposed to. I was a bit too young. That being said, I just played it for the cars in the game. Like, I could drive around and blow stuff up. That's fun. I like Driver. Then I eventually discovered Parallel Lines and started playing it. And it definitely was not Driver San Francisco. So it takes place in, I believe, New York City or something like that. And it plays a whole lot differently. So in Driver San Francisco, you don't ever get out of your car. You play as a car, basically. You're supposed to be playing as like a certain person, but you never see them. You never see anyone. Parallel Lines is a lot different. You actually get to leave your car and go steal some other car on the street, or whatever. It's a lot more like you actually play as a person. And I like that. But the way the game is, it's different. And I still like it. It's still an S tier. Don't worry, I'm still putting it in an S tier. But it's a lot different from San Francisco. I wasn't expecting that. Which is why at first I didn't like it. But after I played it a lot and realized that it's very easy to make money if I keep doing the same race over and over again. Boom. I like it now. And then Flat Out on the Wii. Ooh. I don't know where I want to put this game. This game is a mix of all sorts of random stuff. So there's like racing, there's like these stunt jumps you can do, there is, and there's a separate game mode. So, by the way, stunt jumps is its own game mode. There's an arena game mode. There's like a mode where you get to literally just smash cars with like chainsaws and sledgehammers. I'm gonna put that probably in Probably an S tier as well. It's a pretty fun game. I'd say no. Yeah, no, actually, yeah. Overall, this game, I've very much enjoyed it. Not as much as Driver, but not, like, low enough to put with, like, these games. Dawn of Discovery, that's actually, you know what, that's another G tier game. I know it's pretty strange. I haven't shown any gameplay of this, but I mean, same thing with Baba Is You, I guess. But Dawn of Discovery is one of those other games that I've had for a very long time. I still have it right now. It's in my Wii. I can't show you, obviously. Not even if I could, I don't have a webcam here anyways. But Dawn of Discovery is like, how do I explain this? It's a civilization game. You need to like build up a civilization, and like sometimes you fight pirates, sometimes you fight other organizations. It takes place in like the 1500s, I'm pretty sure. 1500s, somewhere around that time period. So it's a long time ago. Overall, it's pretty fun. It's also very easy for me since I've had so much experience in the game and I know what to do. Having a good strategy is definitely wise, but I go in, I fight like the hardest CPUs in free play. And the only time I don't beat them is when the game crashes. Because there's so much stuff. Yeah. That's how much I play this game, to the point where it crashes. Anyways. Okay. Wii Sports games, including Wii Sports Resort. Not Switch Sports, I haven't played that game yet. But it doesn't look great, in my opinion, so I'm going to stick to these two games. Wii Sports, B tier. Sports Resort, A tier. Yeah, I'm satisfied with that. Wii Sports Resort has a lot of fun game modes, but there's also a lot of game modes I just don't like. Like, my favorite's probably like the airplane ones. Those are like the funnest. That and sword fighting is pretty fun. Table tennis, but then there's like boxing's in Wii Sports. Canoeing. I don't like the canoeing one. I don't actually remember all of them. I should probably like replay that game eventually. But yeah, there are some games that are fun, but some that aren't fun, which is why it's not going in S tier. The reason this one's in B tier is there's just less than Wii Sports Resort in it. Plus, there's also boxing. I don't like boxing. I don't know. It's just I'm just putting it there because I don't like it. Same thing with Twilight Princess. I've played this game quite a bit, and I just didn't enjoy playing it, honestly. So I'm gonna put that probably in B tier. It's not a bad game, it's a pretty fun game. I just didn't really have a lot of enjoyment while playing it. And that's because I'm used to other Zelda games, and you'll see as we continue on, like with down here. Malgrave Incident is a puzzle game, kind of. Yeah, no, it's definitely a puzzle game. And there's a lot of puzzles in it too. I've actually managed to brute force some of them before. And I'd still like remember some of the others. I should definitely like play this on my channel. Or like live stream it. This would be a good thing to be live streaming. I'll think about that. Probably an A tier though. Overall, an enjoyable game. I like puzzle games. Like, if it's not obvious with like Baba Is You, I like puzzle games. So I'm gonna keep that in A tier. Battleship on the Wii. This is a game that I actually beat, and it's another kind of like a puzzle game, so I'm gonna put it in A tier. Definitely not an S tier game, but I wouldn't call it a B tier game. It's an alright game. I liked it. It's definitely more difficult than like Malgrave Incident or Baba Is You, I feel. Like, you need to have good strategies. Well, these games you can kind of just brute force if you're really, really stuck. This game you can't really do that on. You've got to have a very good strategy to win. Here's another strange game, Rubik's World. So this game is all about like Rubik's Cube related things. And it's also another basically puzzle game. I'm realizing how many puzzle games I have now. A tier. There are some really fun ones, but there are also some really not so fun ones. So I'm gonna keep that in A tier. Wipeout is a game I like doing weird stuff in, like purposely not winning, just to see how badly I can break the game. Like, literally send myself flying. I've done that before. I have managed to get my character flying very far, and it's very funny to watch. But that's about all this game offers to me, so I'm going to put it probably in B tier. Oh, this game brings me back. Lego Battles Ninjago. I played it a lot as a kid, and I was really good at it. I tried replaying it as now an adult, and I don't know how, but I'm losing so hard in some of the free play modes. So, clearly I'm doing something wrong. I'm gonna end up replaying it and just trying to like remember how I was so good. A tier. Whew. Definitely, I'm close to putting it in S tier, but I'm gonna keep it in A tier simply because I need to get better at it, and I forget why I was so good at it. But overall, definitely a fun game, but also a very challenging one. So yeah, I'm satisfied with putting it in A tier. Alright, we're halfway done the video, roughly. Moving on to the Five Nights at Freddy's games, plus the Joy of Creation story mode, because that's like one of the few fan games that I've actually played. So FNAF 1. I'm gonna put that in A tier. It's a very good start to the series. FNAF 2 hits a lot pretty strong, with a bit more of a challenge in my opinion. I was able to beat FNAF 1 completely. I have beaten FNAF 2 completely, but it took me a lot longer. FNAF 3 was definitely a FNAF game, but it wasn't really as enjoyable. Probably B tier, not C tier. Definitely still an interesting game, but it was very easy and the jump scares I felt were kind of lacking. FNAF 4, I'm tempted to put that in S tier. It's very close to being an S tier game, but I'm gonna put it in A tier. But it is like a high A tier. Like that is like a really, really good one. Sister Location? Probably also A tier. Yeah. It was definitely fun. I like the jump scare that's like required to beat the game. Like it's the first I think it's the first required jump scare in FNAF. The one Funtime Foxy one. Yeah. Oh, okay. FPS, that's probably gonna be the first S tier game. I liked making your own pizzeria. I wish there was another game that was like that. Actually, there is, yeah. Clear and Purple 2. I haven't played a whole bunch of it though. I gotta play more of it. The reason it's not here is I just haven't played enough of it yet to get an understanding of the game and how good it really can be. So for now, it won't be here. But I liked this, and then also like the salvaging and like the office segments really made a good game. Ultimate Custom Night? You can craft your own, like, mix of horror based on however you want. I'm gonna put that in A tier. I liked it. Definitely fun. But I wouldn't say it's S tier. Help Wanted? That's an S tier game. That was a fun game. I love Help Wanted. I don't have a VR headset, so I play flat mode. But this is fun. I like that. Oh, the memories. Oh, FNAF A. Have I missed this game now that it's been shut down? I would normally be putting it in like an A tier, but it's been shut down now, so I'm just gonna put it in C tier. It was fun while it lasted, but now I can't even enjoy it. So goodbye. Security Breach and Ruin. I'm gonna put these together, and I'm gonna put them both in S tier. Actually, no, you know what? I'm tempted to put just normal Security Breach down to like A tier and keep Ruin in S tier. But I'm gonna keep them in both in S tier. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. That's good. FNAF World? Oh, that's our first G tier FNAF. I know a lot of people, like, I know Scott apparently doesn't like FNAF World that much. I love it, and I know a lot of people in the community also love it. I actually want to make like a bunch of like challenge videos where like I gotta beat FNAF World, and then I can start like challenges where like I can beat FNAF World with only bears, only foxes, that sort of thing. And can I do it? We'll find out. That's definitely like a thing I want to do eventually. Like a week of FNAF World sort of thing. I like that idea. I'm gonna keep that in my mind. Anyways, G tier. Joy Creation, S tier. I loved that game. In fact, I can't wait for the remake to be fully released, because I know there's the Fanverse, like, remake coming out, and I can't wait for it. I'm ready. Okay, back to some more, not FNAF games now. Splatoon 1. I'm gonna put this one in the A tier. Yeah, A tier. I'm satisfied with that. Same thing with Splatoon 2. Probably A tier. Octo Expansion for Splatoon 2. That would be S tier. In fact, I prefer the DLCs over the normal games, yeah. Although, I do want Splatoon 3 to also be S tier. I do like Splatoon 3 a lot more than the previous 2 entries. And Inside Order just makes the game even better. Yeah. So, the Splatoon 1 and 2 game modes are basically the exact same. Like the story modes. Splatoon 3 is the one that, like, differentiates between that and adds, like, its own little twist on it. Plus, there's just a lot more you can do in Splatoon 3. There's, like, the lockers you can customize, and like, an actual lobby you can play in as you wait for matches. But that being said, these games aren't, like, Splatoon 1 and Splatoon 2 aren't not fun. I still really enjoy them. Just not as much as these up here. Yeah, I'm satisfied with what I've said there. Animal Crossing New Horizons. I actually really like this game. This is going to be an S tier game. I've played a lot of it. I kind of haven't played it a whole lot recently, simply because I got bored. Like, I did everything. Now what? I was satisfied with what I had, and I kind of just stopped playing it. I'll occasionally boot it back up just to, not even checking on my villagers, just to buy more servers. I've been working on just filling my basement full of servers. I'm almost done. I just got bored, because to get money, I run around my island, collect fruit, sell it. Day's over. Yay. Pretty boring after a while. But overall an enjoyable game. I enjoyed playing it. Even if I get bored, I still don't have anything negative to say about it, so therefore it's an S tier. Oh, Hello Neighbor, so specifically the Switch version, because I haven't actually played the any other versions of Hello Neighbor. But that being said, it was fun. It's an S tier. It's also very buggy, and there are quite a few glitches in it. I enjoy it though. Like, even though the game can be kind of glitchy, even nowadays, like, especially with, like, clipping stuff in walls and doing all this other stuff, yeah, I'd say I'm happy with putting it in S tier. Not quite a G tier, but with how much I've played this game, it's that fun. I'd say S tier is a good spot to put it. Oh, Split Second, G tier. This is the only game that I would put. Honest, okay, no. GMOD would be the top game, but Split Second would be right next to it. This is peak game. Like, these are peak games. Burnout. I know I've played this game before. I don't remember a whole lot of it, but I know it was really fun. And I remember comparing it a lot to Flatout. That's something I remember doing. So I'm gonna put it in the same tier as Flatout. But I remember this one being more fun than Flatout. So I'm gonna keep it there. And oh, MX vs ATV game. That's also, you know what? This is close to being G tier. I'm gonna also put it in S tier. This game, I still remember playing this game. Like, vividly. Like, I can, like, perfectly remember playing it. So, I'm gonna keep it here. I'm gonna say this game is good. And I recommend it to people who haven't played it yet. Oh, okay, now we're going into, like, old games. So, like, like, original Nintendo games. Legend of Zelda. S tier. You know what? No. I'm gonna put that in G tier. This game I have played and replayed hundreds of times, and I still do it to this day. It is a 10 out of 10 game. Its sequel, Legend of Link, or yeah, that's what it's called, or Adventure of Link, something like that. No, that's not nearly as good. That's a C tier. It just completely changes the game from being like a top-down-ish looking game to like almost a side-scroller in like a lot of areas. I didn't like that. I liked this game a lot more. It's a high contrast. Rampage is another S tier game. That game is, that's a good game. And then there's this. So it's Legend of Zelda. You can kind of see that, but it's blue. This is to represent the fan-made version that adds in a bunch of more quests and stuff like that. And this also goes in G tier. These, people who have been like on my channel for a while know I've played the 4th quest. This is the game that has the 4th quest in it. The original doesn't. This one does. And I love it. It's good. Alright, we're moving on to mobile games and over-the-board games. I kind of want to start with Killer Escape, but I'm gonna go in order. I'm gonna start with Adventure Capitalist. This game, it's probably a B tier. I used to put it in S tier, and then I would put it in A tier. Well, how much I've played it, I've realized just how repetitive the game is, and how easy it is too. So I'm gonna put it in B tier. Same thing with Adventure Communist. It is the same game but with potatoes instead of money, basically. That and like Comrades. So it is a bit different. It is differently like gameplay wise. But in my eyes, these two games grouped up together. I'm satisfied with what I've done here. Yeah. Okay, now I get to move on to the games I really wanted to do. Killer Escape games. These games are not well known, especially nowadays. They were old Flash games, basically. But they did have mobile releases. And I played them a lot. Like, I have memorized the perfect path in Killer Escape 1. And kind of in Killer Escape 3. Killer Escape 2 I wasn't that popular in, because it was a lot more difficult in my opinion. But that being said, these games overall, really good. Killer Escape, honestly, would be a G tier game. Killer Escape 2 would probably be an S tier game. And they kind of don't get better, they kind of start getting a bit worse as the series goes on. Killer Escape 4 is a big diverge though. It goes into the, like, actual playing, because the first 3 games are all point and click. This game you actually get to control like a 3D space and walk around. But you also have like 60 seconds to beat the game when you die. So with that, G tier, S tier, A tier, B tier. Yeah. I'm kind of running out of space to put more games in these upper tiers, I'm realizing. That being said, Run. Oh, did not copy it. There we go. Run is another one of those G tier games. Again, this is another one of those games where I've played it and then replayed it and then replayed it again. I've always loved playing this. Definitely a good game. Flow, or as it's more commonly known as now, Flow Free. Spelled F-R-E-E, not the number. I know I'm difficulty saying that. It's too easy. It's just too easy. There's even like expert modes in this game. They're meant to be challenging. I beat them in like a week tops. So I'm putting it in B tier. Checkers, normal checkers. I don't like normal checkers at all. I don't like it. Like, it's a simple game to understand. But that being said, Turkish checkers, G tier. There's a high contrast between how much I like playing normal checkers and Turkish checkers. I'm pretty sure that's Turkish. And I love Turkish checkers. Perfect game. Thank you, phone. And then chess, A tier. It's like a middle ground. It's fun, but I prefer Turkish checkers over chess. For those who don't know how to play Turkish checkers, there was a mobile game that had like a bunch of different versions of checkers on it. And I would play through a bunch of them and realize that some of them were the exact same with different rules, but this one was highly different, completely different layout and all that, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna play this one. And I beat every version of it, like every mode. There was easy, normal, hard, expert, like super difficult, master, pro. I beat all of them. I bested every single one. That's how much I like playing Turkish checkers. Oh wow, I'm also done. This is the whole tier list, huh? Well, there you go. Done in 45-ish minutes, 40, 45, depending on how much I cut out. Wanting to cut a whole bunch. There are just some spots where I'm like, I don't like how I said that, so I'm gonna restart. But yeah, okay. So overall, this is my full finished tier list. Yeah, like and subscribe. I'm done. Yeah.